I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20 to get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
You know, I thought we'd be discussing Joe's mental state given Italy's loss in soccer, but instead we're discussing his mental state pertaining to his chair.
He's going to lose it.
Is everything okay over there, big fella?
I'm a creature of habit. And I do believe when other people use stuff that you use, you should leave it the way it was, at least at the end of the day. Almost fell off one of those ergonomic chairs. Mine doesn't lean back. I have it set so it doesn't lean back.
Right.
And all of a sudden it was like, whoo, it was almost ass over tea kettle or whatever the old saying was.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more ass than tea kettle going on right now in life.
Yeah, when you don't expect that lean, it's quite jarring.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to land on my head like I was getting suplexed in an AEW wrestling ring.
Sounds like a movie title for a movie I spent $9.99 on. A lot more ass than tea kettle.
Yeah.
So, and I'm with you, like 100%, Joe. We use this studio every day, clearly, and we have these chairs. And the thing with chairs nowadays, it's awesome that there's so many settings on them, but if someone else wants to use it and they start messing around, it's hard to get it back. It's why automakers have come out with these settings now where you can set your seat to how you want it and it'll remember it. Because these chairs in the studio, like, there's 100 different things you can do. As far as you mentioned, recline, they can go up and down. You can have
there's an extra chair in here too, like for visitors. Like maybe that one should get used. I felt like, you go to take your car into the mechanic, and all of a sudden you get back in it when the appointment's over. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. There was a giant driving this.
Coming to work today.
Even when Phil was away, I dare not touch that chair setting. And I was way up high. Like I had to climb up with a ladder practically to get up there.
Bad.
No, she felt like she was sitting in Dad's chair. You
That's
know,
right.
you just don't mess with anything with Dad's chair.
I don't know what your settings are.
Yeah, she said that. She goes, I think I'm just going to use my chair. And we wheeled chairs around here like it was musical chairs.
You know what? It's
because I'm respectful.
You are.
You know what, though? I feel kind of bad that you were scared to adjust this chair. Okay.
I don't think I felt scared. It was just like a sign of respect.
Okay, good,
like I'm not
Vicky.
going to mess with this because I don't know how to put it back. And we're all better for it.
You know what, Joe? I'm going to send out a strongly worded email saying put everything back the way it was when you're done in here.
Well, it's like when people leave a mess behind.
Yeah.
Would you do that in your own house? Isn't that the old
It's like someone
adage?
Slopping coffee in your vehicle. Hey, Joe, who would ever do that to your vehicle
I'll tell you
when
right
you're
now.
nice enough to give me a ride?
I told you I took a page out of Grandma's handbook, my Nona, and I put plastic down on all my furniture in the car.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Got something to say?
Okay, I'll say it.
Well, you should probably call the bone phone and let her rip. It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud.
780-BONE.
Just a quick question. Friday is a holiday. Is the take the money and run still happening, or is it not a Good Friday? Anyway, let me know tomorrow morning. I'll be listening. Have a good morning. Have a good day.
Valid question.
It'll be back Tuesday, actually.
Yes.
So anybody taking Easter Monday off, it'll be back on Tuesday.
Yes. So set your calendars, your schedules accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, still 4 plays today, 4 tomorrow, and then back on Tuesday.
Yep. Another chance coming up in just a few minutes. Angry Sturgeon Guy. It's been a minute since we heard from him.
Yeah, Angry Sturgeon Guy. A little realization. You idiots that cannot read road signs and refuse to follow them. You're the only ones that make it dangerous to do 60 down Sturgeon. Because if everybody just read the road signs and did what you're supposed to on the road, it wouldn't be a goddamn issue. We wouldn't be staring at a green light, and then as soon as we get near it, it turns yellow, and nobody gets through because we're not doing the right speed. Or like coming to a complete goddamn stop in a yield.
He's got to drive for a living, Angry Sturgeon Guy.
I guess so.
He must. You can tell traffic frustrates him.
He's fired up.
Right, all the time.
Yeah.
And it's he complains about every possible thing in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So he sees a lot out and about, I would assume. Speaking of someone who drives for a living, Barbarino.
Coming back from Dugald, Dugald Industrial Park, St. Boniface, whatever industrial park's called, at the lights at Dugald in the perimeter. So I see, as a truck driver, daily, I see a lot of people burn red lights. Red. And so this was at the perimeter in Dugald Road, and I had the green arrow to go left, to go onto the perimeter, to come over the tracks there, right? And another truck was also turning to go the other way. He had his arrows. And this truck just casually goes at about 80 kilometers an hour, proceeds to, go through the red. And, it was red before entering the intersection. And it's like, if I would have went through there, this guy would have creamed into my truck. Come on, people. Just stop at the red light.
That's one we're hearing more and more calls about.
Yeah. MPI, I believe, put out a statement at one point saying most of the accidents are speed related or because people are in a hurry.
Yeah, everyone's impatient.
Yeah.
Yep. Take it easy out there. Moving along here, it's John with a J. He likes to talk about music every now and then.
Scott Weiland, I have to say, is one of the most underrated lead man singers of all time. I mean, he had it all. He had the wiggle, he had the jiggle, he was, he's a little bit of Mick Jagger, a little bit of Elvis Presley. I mean, he had it all, that young man, but unfortunately the drugs and the alcohol took him away far too soon, which is the case for many of these amazing young men and women. Oh, so many we've lost way before their time. Scott Weiland, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated of all time.
Oh, and he had the pipes, too, charisma. He's fabulous.
I never thought of him as having the wiggle and the jiggle.
Yeah, watch some YouTube.
Yeah,
Google
I
him.
should.
Yeah, or Google, YouTube him. Yeah, his live performances. He's moving up there.
Can he skip? That was the question.
Well, we'll never know.
You're not going to know now.
I think he could skip better than you, Joe.
Well,
I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't know. There'd probably be quite a few people on the list ahead of me, wouldn't there?
I'm thinking. Okay.
That's the next race of the century, is just skipping
Skip
to
race.
the finish line.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't give our potential contestants any ideas, Vicky.
Yeah, I know.
Cliff Clavin wants to go back to a topic from a few weeks ago, maybe longer.
Yeah, guys, this is a bit of a throwback from, 2 or 3 years ago now.
Oh.
You had mentioned at one point in time that you were having, cramps that night and stuff like that, like leg cramps and everything. It was recommended that you try bananas and eating more water, drinking more water. I guess the peanut gallery was just wondering how you were doing and if that was working. And also for those out there listening, make sure you check with your doctor before you try anything. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
That guy's got the perfect nickname. He will call up, Clavin, we love you, but he will give you the most serious advice about cycling, walking, driving, food.
Hey, look at this.
Banana.
What's this?
Water.
Cliff Clavin. I don't need my doctor to tell me what to do. Never had a calf cramp since.
So, Sarah, you're doing well with it?
Yeah. It was you that had the calf cramp.
I was having calf cramps.
And look, he gave you advice 2-3 years ago. Where's your water? Where's your banana?
I got a coffee and an Uncrustable.
Oh, God. You're on the right track.
How are your calves?
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Here's what's trending with Philly Joe and Vicky.
Well, it's April 1st, if you can believe it, and there are a lot of movies and TV shows coming out this month. Let's start with TV. A few shows coming back. Hacks, one of my favorites. The Boys, John Hamm's Your Friends and Neighbors, Euphoria, and the Malcolm in the Middle reboot. Movies, you got the Super Mario Galaxy movie coming out today, actually. That's going to be a big spring break movie. Probably a big hit there. Normal with Bob Odenkirk. He filmed that one in Winnipeg. And the Michael Jackson biopic. It'll be interesting to see what angle they take with that, because that's a complicated story.
Well, and there's been so many done already, right? So it'll
Has there been for him?
Yeah, as far as documentaries and that goes.
Documentaries, sure, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see, what is brought up in it and not.
Because I think his family has a hand in this, so they might not go into the more controversial sides of things.
Okay.
I don't know, which... I don't know. I don't really know. I'll be interested to see it, but if they leave out some of that, you're kind of like, well, you're not covering the big picture of things.
It'll be under the microscope for sure.
I feel like it's taking heat already. Like, it'll be polarizing regardless.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure. And big news today, humans are flying to the moon for the first time in 53 years. Artemis 2, NASA's going to launch them at 5:24 p.m. Winnipeg time. It'll be the first crewed mission since 1972. A few firsts on this one, too. Christina Cook, she's going to become the first woman in history to travel around the moon. And one of the astronauts is Canadian, Jeremy Hansen. He's originally from London, Ontario. He'll be the first Canadian to travel to the moon. They're not landing on it. They're just orbiting around it. But they're going to thousands of miles past the moon's far side, which is further than any humans have gone on the Apollo mission era missions. And they're going to be live streaming it too if you're interested. The mission's going to last about 10 days. And even the Manitoba Museum here locally is going to be live streaming it on their YouTube channel if you want to check that out.
That's interesting. I'm always interested to find out what foods that they eat, because they're always in those packages, right? Like so.
Yeah, for sure. I thought you meant like what foods they'll find on the moon.
Oh yeah, no,
wow.
cheese. Isn't that the whole deal? I mean, come on.
Thought so.
There's no restaurants on
I don't
the
need
moon.
a scientist to tell me that. It's cheese.
That's Scrollin.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Master, Metallica, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. Great way to kick off the 7 o'clock hour. We are 5 minutes away from Would You Rather Wednesday. We've also got, we got tickets.
Yeah.
Up for grabs this morning for a couple of cool events.
Deep Purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming up in half an hour with completely useless trivia. But tickets go on sale tomorrow. The pre-sale's today, though, at 10 a.m., and the code word is Pulse. That Deep Purple lineup has been together for quite a while, too.
Yeah.
I know a lot of times when, these bands get older, there's a mishmash of performers. But it'll be good. Jefferson Starship, too, and Kansas had their own share of hits.
Sure. And then AEW tickets.
Tonight.
For tonight. But we have them for after 9 o'clock.
After 9. That's going to be good tonight, too, over at Canada Life Center.
Yeah, lots of hype about that. Nice to have Don Callis in studio yesterday. If you missed that interview, check out the podcast wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Kenny Omega, too. And, of course, Kenny's not from Winnipeg, according to Don Callis. He's like you, Phil. You're not Winnipeggers. You're Transconians.
No. Winnipegger through and through, baby.
We got a lot of comments on that picture we posted with him.
Yeah.
We're pretty pumped about the show tonight.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And they're pumped about Joe and Don Callis' history together, because you guys have known each other a long time.
No Holds Barred was the name of our wrestling show on 92.1 City. Actually, today, 92.1 City, 48 years old.
Whoa.
1978, this station launched. I'll never forget it. And ironically, brother Jake Edwards, his birthday's today as well, and he was the first morning show right here on 92.1 City, and I still remember tuning it in for the first time. Highway Star, the first song played.
That's crazy.
From Deep Purple.
48 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And no deviations. Like, it's always been rock and roll here at City. I know I'm pumping our own tires here, but that's pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, totally.
And I listened to Brother Jake's show with
me
Peppermint
too.
Patty, right? Was he always with Peppermint Patty?
There was...
I just remember her being on the show.
There
with
was
him.
a few different people, on the show, but for sure.
Okay.
She was great.
Is there a cake coming in this morning?
I don't know. That's up to Iron Mike.
Come on.
He's in charge of
At least
that
pick
kind
up
of
some
stuff.
donuts or something.
Should at least go play laser tag or something.
Yeah,
in
have
honor
a birthday
of the
party. I'm waiting for
yeah.
the loot bags.
Why don't we? Come on.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Would you rather? Wednesday. Would you rather Wednesday?
Brought to you by Expert Electric.
You know it's going to be a good Would You Rather. 762-555, by the way, to play along. When I tell you guys to Google image one of the participants in Would You Rather Wednesday right before we go to air. So I'm excited for that question, but we'll start with this one. Would you rather, Vicky, have a rewind button on life or have a pause button on life?
Ooh. I've actually thought about this before because sometimes, it would be nice. I think a pause, just so you can, I feel like I often run late, so it'd be nice to get that extra time.
Ooh. I never thought of it as a I'm running late moment.
Yeah, just pause time for a bit, catch up on things, sleep a little later. Yeah, definitely pause. Although the rewind button, there are certainly times in life when it would come in handy.
I think because I've lived a longer life than you, I'm going to go with rewind. There's a couple of things, I'd like to rewind back and revisit on how maybe I played it out or how it played out.
Right.
Pausing. I got nothing but time on my hands now. Pause.
Like, how many times could you rewind? Because there's certain things you do where you're like, yeah, I'll do that again. Yeah, I'll do that again.
Yeah. Now, is it to relive good times or to fix, poor decisions?
Could be both, right?
And is there a butterfly effect? That's the other thing, too. Do you change the course of history if you go back and change it?
My simple mind with this rewind button is thinking of one thing and one thing only.
Yeah.
So I hadn't dug as deep as you are, Vicky.
Yeah.
But there are some interesting angles.
You don't want to talk philosophy this morning?
We're going like hot tub time machine, Phil and I, and you're sitting there going like with Socrates back to the Greek philosophers.
Would you rather, as we move along this morning, wear Sorels or flip-flops regardless of the weather? That's what you wear.
Okay.
So think my big clunky boots that I wear after a snowstorm or flip-flops.
I was just thinking of that walking in. I can't wait for the weather to get warmer so I could stop wearing clunky boots. But we live in Winnipeg. Flip-flops aren't going to do it for most of the year. So I guess I have to go Sorels, but I don't want to. I don't want that heavy boot.
I want to see Vicky Shea on the beach in Sorels.
Yeah.
Yeah, how funny that would look.
I mean, at least you just walk to your spot on the beach, you take them off, and you can walk around in the sand.
True.
But
true. No, go in the water in them.
Yeah,
would be
but
dangerous.
that's going to get hot on a summer walk or something like that. Brutal. But I'll go with Sorels.
I'm going to say that in Manitoba, you'd probably get less looks about flip-flops in the winter than you would about Sorels in the summer. Because you'll see it.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, any these kids playing sports, they're wearing their flip-flops. Phil didn't say you couldn't wear socks.
Yeah.
With your flip-flops, your slides.
Oh, socks aren't going to do it,
No,
though.
I know, but they slides over Sorels, I think, as far as Manitoba goes. I'm going to go with the slides.
But it's true in Manitoba. Nobody wants to be reminded of winter in the summer.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Excellent point. Would you rather get into a fight, like a street fight, bar fight, with Captain Underpants or SpongeBob SquarePants? Vicky.
No, I've only seen some of the Captain Underpants movie. Really enjoyed it, though, but I don't know what his powers are. He was just inept, right?
He has a wedgie power.
What does that
He
mean?
had unlimited underwear for slingshotting.
Yes.
Oh, what a power.
Yeah.
SpongeBob doesn't really have any powers, though, does he?
He can shapeshift. He can become any shape he wants.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even if he punches me, I can't imagine it has much oomph to it because he's a sponge.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm going to take SpongeBob.
Yeah, and you don't need a wedgie from Captain Underpants.
No.
No. But if you're saying it's a one-on-one, mano-a-mano, I'm taking the heavier set Captain Underpants wearing the white gitch.
Yeah.
I just feel like I got a better shot at taking down somebody my size wearing his underwear around and a cape.
Give him the old elastic snap.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the shaping of
Shape-shifting.
shape-shifting. That could be anything.
Okay, we'll wrap with this one. Very topical, given what we did, the video we made earlier this week. Yes.
Yeah.
Would you rather skip everywhere you go or sing instead of speaking?
Wow. What would be more... I guess after a while with the singing, you just become that person who sings everything.
You're always
weird,
in a musical.
Yeah, weird meeting new people. But maybe that could become
Nice
a gimmick,
to meet you.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
But skipping it, you know what? And we said it talking about the video. You never see anybody not smiling while they're skipping. There is something kind of joyful about it. Somebody pointed out you move faster than when you're running or something like that on the text line. I'm going to say skip.
I would have put you at singing because you're a nice singer, Vic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just think there's more of that engagement where like somebody sees you skip, they go, wow, that's kind of weird. But like singing for talking, like, how are you today? What are you watching? Like that would get a little goofy
I
fast.
made this question just to hear Joe do that. I swear to God.
Thank you very much, Phil.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
Do you guys find that you eat most of your meals at a kitchen table? Is it never? Is it always wherever you happen to land, on the couch?
Always on the couch.
On the couch?
We don't really have a traditional kitchen table set up. It's kind of pushed off to the side. Every once in a while, if we want to have like a nice meal, we might pull it out, but it's very rare.
Mm-hmm.
With your new bed from Sleep Country, you got the auto tilt there. I don't know what the official name is. You could eat in bed.
Yeah, the adjustable base. It's the
Adjustable.
best.
Do you eat in bed?
Of course,
Yeah, but you can't eat too messy in bed. You can't have a spaghetti dinner in bed.
Many stains on the duvet cover from like a rogue pizza slice.
Don't knock it till you try it,
Yeah.
Phil.
What do you want? Spaghetti, isn't that?
What do you want? A spaghetti?
What about you guys?
I see, and that's where I'm going with this. We don't sit at a kitchen table for a family. You know, it's maybe that's surprising. I'm not sure, but we're always on the go. So it's like there's a lot of we have like bar stools in the kitchen with that island, and we sit there a lot. But there's no, and I kind of feel bad when people come over that I don't have a home base kitchen table for people to sit at. And anyway, we have a bit of a dining room, a space for a dining room table. I think we're going to eventually put a nice table there. So
wow, let's go with the coffee table first and then the dining room table,
Yeah, he's on a real table spree.
Domesticated tear here.
You just want to be the king at the head of the table.
That would be wild.
Yeah,
that would be a big part of getting a kitchen table.
Yeah, you've made it.
Yeah. How about you, Joe? What do you run
dining
with?
room now, we have a nook in the kitchen, but there's just the two of us. So if it's a meal, I'm sitting at the table. But I have an open space so I can see my TV if I have it on from the table. Pizza, sandwiches, I could be anywhere. On the couch, watching a game. But otherwise, I'll sit.
Pizza, sandwiches, couch, and then what is it? If it's
a full meal.
Full
like
meal,
I
you
need
wanna
my
be
knife and fork. I'm
Table.
usually sitting at the table.
Okay. I feel like back in the day there was no such thing like with mom and dad. It was kitchen table for dinner every time, unless special occasions here and there. But
TV wasn't even on.
No, shut it off.
Oh, we had the TV on.
Yeah,
because you could
lucky
see.
you.
We had kind of an open concept where you could see the TV.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Going to revisit that the next time I visit with my dad. Hey, what happened? Why couldn't we watch TV when we were
for
younger?
better or for worse, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he wants to talk to you about, eh?
Well, he won't be able to hear me.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
So a quarter of kids, this is under the age of 12, wish this was not a rule in their house.
780 City, 780-2484. Get right at it here. Good morning, City.
No phones at the table.
No, that's a good one.
Put that down while we're eating. We just said that, less and less families eat at the table.
We were hooped in my house because we had a small kitchen, so there was a table for four, my brother, my parents, and me. But my dad's back was to the landline. So if that phone rang and you were eating supper, no one was getting that phone and interrupting dinner.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Because he was too busy yelling at me or my brother, mostly me, that there was no interrupting the rant.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, dinner should be over soon.
Good morning, City.
Good morning.
Hi, you got a guess for us?
Can I? Yeah, actually, I was going to ask, can I get a lifeline?
Sure, Philly, Vicky, or the text line.
Let's go with Vicky.
Oh, boy. Okay, so this is 25% of kids, so it's a smaller number, and they're under 12. What would be their, wasn't a rule in the house. No candy?
Good one, but no. No.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no.
That's a great
All right,
answer.
thank you.
Because sweets, yeah, for sure.
And I feel like a lot of parents these days are more limiting with sugar than maybe back in in my day or your day.
You keep a closer watch on it.
Yeah.
For Deep Purple ticket 780 City, good morning.
Hi, can I use a lifeline?
Yeah, Philly, Vicky, or the text line.
We'll go with the Red Dragon today.
Okay.
Red Drags. When they call you out by the moniker, that's pressure.
I think if we kept data, I get more answers correct when you refer to me as the Red Dragon. It just, it empowers me.
I could see that.
I have nothing to back it up factually. It just feels like.
But now it sounds like it is a
right,
fact.
that's right. Yeah, I just feel
Well, don't screw it up.
Yeah.
What's your guess?
putting extra pressure on
Yeah,
myself.
I didn't want to say that.
Let's go with brush the teeth before bed.
No.
Ooh, yeah.
No.
Can we get the question one more time?
Yeah, oh yeah. 25, now that the Red Dragon got it wrong. 25% of kids, so 1/4 of kids, these are under the age of 12, wish this was not a rule in their house.
780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, yourself?
Good. Let's go with early bedtime.
No.
That's what I was thinking too.
That was a killer
good
for
guess.
me as a kid.
Yeah, what
I
time was
hated
your
that
bedtime?
one. Well, I tried
guess
to
it
make it
varies.
as late as possible, but yeah, around age 12, I think it was like 9 o'clock.
You don't want to miss out on anything as a
Yeah.
kid, right?
I want to meet the kid, regardless of age, that does not argue about bedtime.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
exist. None of them like it. They
Yeah.
get pissed off. You got to fight with them about it.
And then you get to the age where your parents just either gave up or don't care because you're up later than them.
yeah, for sure.
Don't make too much noise
Yeah.
after I go to bed. That's
I'm
the-
up late on MSN Messenger back in the day. Get to bed.
That's right. Hello, City.
Is there still lifelines?
Yeah, Philly, Vicky, or the text line.
Let's go Vicky Shea, please.
Let's say limited screen time. That's a big thing nowadays.
Yeah, it's a big thing, but no.
No.
Is
Be
it
a bigger number, I guess.
technology based, Joe? This answer. Is
There
that
is
too much
2
of a hint?
lifelines left, so I'm going to tell you it is not. It is food-based.
Wow.
Okay.
Right out there with a huge hint.
Well, only 2 lifelines left. I figured it was time.
No, that's fair.
And either that or you were going to coax me into some other direction for a clue. So I figured I'd just throw it out there.
It is food-based. 780 City for Deep Purple tickets. Good morning. Go ahead.
Hey, let's go with the Red Dragon.
Here we go.
You not being allowed to eat your dessert before you eat your actual dinner.
That's a great answer, but no.
Sorry, man.
This is more meals-based, okay? It could be breakfast. It could be lunch. It could be dinner.
Hello there. You're on the air. Go ahead with your
Hi.
guess.
My guess is no running in the house.
No, nothing to do with running.
It is food-based.
Yeah, your meals. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Is it something to do with the topic we were discussing 20 minutes ago?
Without you even knowing.
Now I know. I think I know anyway. Good morning,
I
City.
still don't.
Really? We just talked about it.
Oh, I see.
Hi, City.
It's me, Crazy Craig Mario.
Hey, Crazy Craig. Not only are you giving movie reviews, you're going to try and get this question right? I love it.
Well, if the Red Dragon's got the hope for me, then I go with the Red Dragon.
Okay.
You're coming off a little Irish.
Yeah.
Italian, Irish Italian.
Well, it's going to probably sound even more cheesy tomorrow when I phone in the review.
Anything to stop that accent.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go here. I'm going to go with you have to eat at the table.
Yeah.
Okay. How did it take so long? We just talked about
And
it.
the weird thing is, I could have switched the question and I said, no, it would be too good. I found this question yesterday and you brought up the topic. 25% of kids under the age of 12 hate the rule in their house that they have to eat their meals in the kitchen or dining room, like at the set table.
You want to be free.
Crazy,
and
Craig.
I believe it's probably more popular now than in my day anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Less restriction.
Yeah. You're going to Deep Purple, man. Congrats.
Sweet.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
We had Don Callis on with us yesterday from AEW, head of he's the Don of the Don Callis family. And we've got AEW tickets to give away next hour, okay? A few people have been asking about wrestling tickets. Next hour to see the show tonight, Canada Life Center.
Do you have an idea how you want to give those away, Joe?
I'm working on something
Hmm.
right now.
Okay.
Yep.
He's been on a run with some good game titles.
What was
some
that
good
one
stuff.
called? Balkan time.
Balkan time, yeah.
That's we got to nominate that. Iron Mike.
Who's Johnson or something? What was that one?
Know Your Johnson.
Know Your
Vicky.
Johnson, yeah.
Out of those two, though,
I'm trying.
Out of those two, Balkan time. If we're going to nominate one for an award at the radio International Radio Awards,
sure.
Balkan time has to be.
If Sebastian doesn't put that on the back of some concert tour shirts with some dates from the past with different album covers or something, he's losing out.
And the nominees are Bach in Time.
Yes.
Creator Joe Aiello in Winnipeg.
I'll be standing there, but if I don't win, I'm going to still smile because you have to, right?
Yeah,
if the camera's on you, like at those award shows.
You got to be a good loser.
Yeah.
You can't look disgusted if you
No.
don't win. Absolutely not. So that's...
this won't be as good as Bach in Time or even Know Your Johnson.
Don't undersell it.
But it might be okay.
We'll keep the bar low, and then we'll be blown away that
Spend
much
my whole
more.
life doing that, Vicky. keep the bar low and live up to that.
That's because the second, right, you don't want to raise expectations.
No.
And people expect that
No.
kind of brilliance out of you
From my
every day.
family to my friends, nothing like that.
I'm happy that you got your chair sorted out this morning. That was a big issue right off the top.
Yeah, almost fell over out of a chair that I had set.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm not trying to be a curmudgeon, but when you set something like to how you like it,
Yeah.
especially with these office chairs, and then you get to sit in it and you find out that somebody had broken the chair and didn't even mention that to anybody.
It was broken.
Well, yeah, because the lever isn't working on it, but nobody put that in our Teams chat or anything.
And when it's that lean back feature, like you feel like this chair is
it's
going to
jarring.
fall over. Yeah, it scares you.
Yeah. Well, it scared me because I almost landed on my head.
Well, we
but,
don't need you on the floor, because then we're going to have to dive in and administer first aid, and that's not good. Like, you would hurt yourself. If you fell out of your chair,
Yeah.
it would be, Vicky, you'd have to get over there and help him out.
Oh, me?
Yeah, well, I think so.
What am I treating there? It's not mouth to mouth.
A lot of weight.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to lift.
Mouth to mouth might be kind of weird for
Yeah.
falling out of a chair.
Yeah.
He's got a concussion. Give him mouth to mouth.
Wow.
That's Vicky's default.
You know what? I'm in big trouble if something happens
Yeah.
to me between you two trying to debate on what's happening.
Start wearing a helmet.
I might as well.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicky.
We're about to learn what beaver poop looks like with wrestling. With the truth for AEW tickets.
Yeah, big show tonight. Well, according to Google, due to their diet of woody plants, beaver poop looks like sawdust. Due to their diet, yes, their droppings are typically fibrous and compacted, resembling small round pellets or clumps of sawdust.
Hard not to step in because you think, oh, it's just some sawdust.
Poof. Apparently, I read on, it says that it's hard to find beaver poop a lot of times because they mostly poop in the water.
Oh, gross.
Not on land.
Yeah,
Well-
that's right. Well, they live in the water.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
That's right. So, do we have a winner?
I gave away 2 pair.
Okay, that's right.
To
Yes.
Chris and to Sean. Congratulations. The randomizer working a little overtime today.
I think I like Balkan time better.
Well, it was either Wrestling with the Truth or Know Your Beaver. I didn't know what to go with for a name. I went with Wrestling with the Truth just because we have wrestling tickets.
Sure.
I'm just messing with you. They're both great.
Both great, yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy, the movie, gets released today. I think Crazy Craig has mentioned he's going to see it, and will give us a review tomorrow. And you're going to see it in the next
Going
few
on
days.
Friday, taking my nephew. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I like the first one. Nostalgic.
You really are the world's greatest aunt. I've
Oh.
called you that for years, but boy, the things you do with your nephew, that's awesome.
True. Also, the Bob Odenkirk movie, Normal, that was filmed here, hits theaters today.
Not today, but
Okay.
later in April. Yeah,
All right.
lots of great TV shows and movies coming out this month.
So if you're Bob Odenkirk, you only sign on if it's a movie that's one word and starts with the letter N, right? Because what was
Filmed
the other
in
one?
Winnipeg.
And
Yeah,
nobody.
and
and
nobody too. Yeah.
And this is Normal. Okay,
That's right.
I want to make sure. Okay.
Also, I saw the first trailer for Masters of the Universe and the new series Cape Fear with Javier Bardem, and they both look really good.
Does He-Man have a blunt bang in this one, or have they loosened up his hairdo a little bit?
You know what? Looks like a bit of a blunt bang.
Oh, jeez.
I know what a fan you are of the blunt
No,
bang.
I'm a non-fan of the blunt bang. I think that's what's held He-Man back all these years.
Some of us wish we could still have a blunt bang.
Happy birthday to us today, 92-1 City.
Yeah.
Big birthday, 48.
48 years old. 1978, April 1st, and it was no joke for anybody who finally heard a great rock station being born.
Yeah.
No cake here at the office today.
Nothing.
Not happy.
Crickets from Crickets.
No birthday party planned, like bowling.
No
or
loot bags, no hats, no nothing.
What's happening
Bunk.
around here?
So,
Bunk day. A quarter of kids under the age of 12 wish they didn't have to eat at the kitchen table.
right. Times are changing. That was definitely a rule in my house growing up.
Non-negotiable, too.
Yeah.
TV was off. You sat down. You had dinner, usually between 5 and 6.
Yeah, same.
Now my kids eat this like the second they get home from school.
Yeah.
And I always suggest, why don't you guys have a snack?
Yeah.
Because it's not a normal dinner time. You're going to be hungry again in 3 hours. They don't listen
My
to me.
friends make fun of me for eating at 5 p.m. They think it's too early.
5, eh? I eat at 5.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
hungry. But maybe that has to do with our work schedule, too.
Could
We're
be.
eating at different times.
I bet you 5 is more common than 6 nowadays. Although that would depend on your age.
I guess so. I'd love to hear it on the bone phone. Yeah, I'd love to get some data on that.
Yeah. I have some buddies, though, dinner's not till like 7:30, 8
Yeah.
o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of a European thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I know my folks, it always had to be 6 or later. Like, there's no 5 o'clock dinner for my mom, for example.
And your dad worked in the banking industry, so he probably wasn't getting home till after 5,
So
right?
6:30. Yeah.
Right.
All right. That's what we learned today.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly, Joe, and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.